For 18 years, Karen Doyle has made other people's grief her business.
I think it's lovely. I'm outdoors. People say, are you worried about ghosts or feeling things? Well, I talk to them. They're people after all, and I love it. It's the best job.
Karen provides a link between the living and the dead, cleaning and restoring graves for families who don't want to forget.
For me personally, the little kids are the ones that get me, and you can't help but give them extra little buff, yeah.
But erecting ornate headstones is, well, a dying trade, as public attitudes to traditional funerals begin to shift. What are the biggest changes that you've seen?
Look, there's been a huge shift away from burials to cremations. Cremations probably now represent 75%, and it has been a fairly quick shift over the last sort of 5 or 6 years.
They're cheaper to cremate than to bury. Space is a problem for burials, etc. And the other positive thing about it is that people can then share the ashes from a loved one.
For more than 50 years, a private company held Canberra's cremation monopoly. And to peek behind the curtain here can be a confronting experience. From the gas furnaces, superheated to 800 degrees, to the metal implants reclaimed from cremations and sent off for recycling. And then, in a storage room nearby, hundreds upon hundreds of boxes of ashes erased from family memory. Why have you got so many unclaimed ashes here?
Well, some people just don't want to have them again. Some families have all passed on, and there's no representative to actually pick up the ashes.
For some people it might be just a bit hard.
Absolutely, yep. Yeah, that's true.
But now Norwood Park is facing government competition in the form of Canberra's second crematorium, and one that is disarmingly public. This is a space that not many of us see in life.
No, that's very true, but a lot of us will come here eventually, so I think that it's good for people to know about this process, and I don't think that it should be taboo. It is a sacred space and it is sensitive. However, being transparent can be very comforting for people.
Here, families can even begin the cremation, a step that's crucial in some religious faiths. So the button you've got there gives the family some control.
Precisely. It's about the family participating and initiating the cremation process. So we won't go ahead unless the family indicates to us that they're ready for the cremation to commence.
In this area we see a lot of cardboard coffins as well, but yes, there have been a fair few shrouds made of natural fibres that people have chosen.
Away from the crematorium, there's an emerging market in so-called natural burials.
This is a natural burial shroud made of hemp.
So eventually this will break down to nothing?
Yeah, absolutely. It's all made of natural fibres.
In this patch of bushland there are already 80 graves, no headstones or plaques, just nature doing its work.
We've actually had a fair bit of interest from the older generations and, boomers and beyond who are starting to see this as a legitimate option for them.
And interest is so strong that natural burials will be a key feature of the ACT government's new Southside Memorial Park, a massive cemetery with yet another crematorium planned for Tuggeranong.
It's going to be a cemetery, a bush cemetery for the bush capital, and is going to reimagine the way a cemetery is delivered. So it will blend into the environment, bike riding or walking paths and trails. There will be a playground. So no, it will be a complete package.
As a minister of the gospel, I deal with people in crisis, and death is a crisis for families. So it fits neatly and nicely with our ethos.
While Australians are opting for simpler, greener funerals, they're also chasing value from not-for-profit providers like the Salvation Army.
There is a sense in which it seems to be a costly business when death comes, that sometimes people are unprepared economically for the cost of a funeral, and therefore they're looking for the alternatives that reduce the cost for them.
But perhaps the last word belongs to Karen Doyle, who dreams of going out with a bang.
I have chosen to go into a firecracker, my ashes. Bring back cracker night.
The choices we make in life about death speak volumes about us all. Craig Allen, ABC News, Canberra.